Well, good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, it is currently Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Got quite a lot to talk about in this episode. So, a couple of things. Going to talk about Sareee, her most recent announcement. Going to talk about that. Got some news from the Evolution Joshi promotion. Some big news wanted to talk about in regards to a championship. So I'll talk about that. And going to do a few previews as well. I'm going to preview the upcoming AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And then, since the card is pretty much already fleshed out for this show, which is also going to be a pay-per-view, I'm going to be previewing Natsu Saori 10th anniversary show. 10 years of footprints. That's right. It is actually a pay-per-view, and the card for that is actually quite loaded. So, wanted to go ahead and preview that as well. So, got a lot of meat for this feast for this episode. Okay. Starting off with news from Sareee. So, the other day, Sareee the Sun God, who, by the way, congratulations to her and Takumi Iroha, who recently became the AAAW Tag Team Champions from the Marvelous promotion, which, of course, just became available on Wrestle Universe. But it didn't just stop there for Sareee, because she made an official announcement. Let's take a look. Wait, one second. One thing I forgot to do. Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. It's a pretty simple one. That's right. Sareee has announced Sareee-Ism Chapter VIII. That's right, Sareee-Ism Chapter VIII. This will take place on Monday, July 14th at Shinjuku Face, as usual, because that's where all the rest of the Sareee-Isms have been. But yeah, this one, same venue, July 14th. Very excited about this one. Not only that, they've announced a few matches, which I won't go into just yet, because they haven't completed the card. I'm gonna wait. But thankfully, that's all this announcement was. I know there were a lot of fans that were thinking, oh, is she gonna go back to WWE or whatnot? Or just, it could have been anything, but just announcing the next Sareee-Ism show. But I do understand a lot of people were concerned about the idea of Sareee considering a return to WWE. And I'll comment on that. I'll speak on that. Personally, here's what I don't understand. Here's why I don't understand about a lot of pro wrestling fans. Look, I understand certain things happen that we may not like. Yes, did Sareee have pretty overall bad booking during her time in WWE NXT? For the most part, yes. Was it always like that? No. But for the most part, it was. Especially, the whole anime schoolgirl Sailor Moon sort of gimmick. Now, was it frustrating? Yes, absolutely. Not only that, WWE missed out on a big opportunity to have that Sareee versus Meiko Satomura match in an NXT UK ring. It was originally planned, didn't end up happening. Here's the thing. I know a lot of folks hate the idea of her returning. Here's the thing. What if she actually wants to? I'm not saying she does or doesn't. I'm just saying. What if at some point she wants to? Like, are you just going to stop being a fan of her because she may entertain the idea to give WWE another go? You know, it's just, I see a lot on social media and just folks like raging over the idea that, oh, WWE better not touch Sareee, or she, better not ever consider going back there. My thing is, as long as she's happy, I'm happy. Whether it's staying the freelancer role, whether she signs to a promotion, goes back to WWE, as long as she is happy, I'm happy. I've met her. And I know right now, as a freelancer, she's been doing a lot of awesome stuff, staying busy, wrestling all over Japan. And that's awesome. I love it for her. She looks like she's having a blast. But if it came to a point and she legit had the desire to give WWE another go, as long as that's what she wants, I'd be happy for her. You know, we got too many fans out there that'll turn on somebody that are supposed to be like legit hardcore fans of some of these wrestlers, but will turn on them the instant that they go to a promotion that they either normally don't watch or don't enjoy or whatnot. And it's just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking. It's kind of sad to see, because at the end of the day, we got to keep in mind that these wrestlers are going to go where they feel that they can do their best, perform at their best, and get to where they want to be. And sometimes that might not be the blueprint that we thought of. And that's fine. That's fine. That happens. And it's going to continue to happen at different times. And that's why I say, like, just the tribalism just is ridiculous. But, like I said, Saree's doing her thing. I'm happy for her. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. And I'll just leave it at that. But, looking forward to Sareee-Ism Chapter 8. So far, all the previous Sareee-Isms have sold out. So I have no doubt that this will as well, when the time comes. Okay, switching gears to Evolution, Evo, Japan. So, Evolution Joshi Pro Wrestling just recently revealed their new, well, technically their first ever championship for the promotion. And as a matter of fact, there's a picture of it. Let me see if I can pull that picture up. I know there's a picture of it. I had it. Okay. I could have sworn I had it. Bear with me for one moment. Okay. Where the heck was it? Ah! Here we go. I found it. Thank you for your patience. Check it out. I know the rope is kind of covering it. This is really just a close-up shot. But there's a president of the promotion, Suwama. And this is the Evolution Strong Women's Championship. That's right. The promotion's first championship. And honestly, I like it. I like the red, white, and blue. I think it looks cool. What do y'all think? I think it looks cool. I honestly think it looks cool. But yeah, that is the new championship. And they're going to be holding a tournament. They're going to be holding a tournament for the Evolution Strong Women's Championship. And they're going to have 8 competitors for this tournament. 8 competitors. So, there's also another picture that shows the 8 competitors. Check it out. So there you see Suwama in the middle. But look at also who's in this picture that's going to be competing. You got Zones here. You got Chi-Chi, the returning Chi-Chi. Not sure who that is. You have Soy, rookie Soy. You got the Bubble Girl, Momoko Hanazono. You got Chanyota. Chanyota's in this tournament. You got the Nomad, Sumire Natsu, or, Natsu Sumire. Not sure who this is. So there's 2 competitors I'm not too familiar with. But the other 6, not bad. Not bad. But yeah, those are your 8 competitors for this tournament to crown the first ever Evolution Strong Women's Champion. So that's exciting. That's very exciting. And as a matter of fact, they have actually released the bracket for this tournament. So, check it out. So, this is the bracket. So, apparently the tournament will begin on June 19th. So, it begins on June 19th. And apparently, word is that the semifinals and finals will take place on July 5th. So, that's what the schedule is. Now, I had to kind of use Google Translate a little bit for this. But the matchups here, so if I'm reading this right, it's going to be, it looks like it's Chi-Chi versus Natsu Sumire, or Sumire Natsu. That's what it looks like. And then you got Soy versus Momoko Hanazono. That should be interesting. Chika versus Chanyota. And Zones versus Yuki Shizuki, according to this translator. Interestingly enough, recently Chanyota and Zones have been teaming up quite a bit, especially on the PPP Tokyo promotion. But yeah, apparently they've been teaming up quite a bit. So it honestly would be kind of interesting to see if both Chanyota and Zones win their first round matches and then have to face each other in the semis. That would actually be really cool to see. And who knows? I mean, maybe Natsu Sumire, I don't know how far she could get, but I mean, her versus Chi-Chi, I mean, shoot. That could go either way. But, with this tournament bracket and these 8 competitors, who do I think has the best chance of becoming the first Evolution Strong Women's Champion? Oh, man. That's tough. But looking at those 8 women, to be honest with you, I mean, there's a number of them I could see winning this championship. I think Zonas has a good chance. Chi-Chi, I think Chi-Chi has a really good chance. Momo Hanazono, probably not. Natsu Sumire, while it would be cool, I mean, Natsu Sumire, I know she wrestles, and she also runs her bar, Bar Tantra, which I've been to twice. Really cool bar. I don't know. But then again, how often does Evolution, Joshi Pro Wrestling, run shows? That's another thing I thought about. But, I mean, I would not be against the idea of Natsu Sumire becoming the first champion. I think it would be cool if Chen Yoda became the first champion. But something tells me it's probably going to either be Zonas or Chi-Chi. Being that they, originally were there with Evolution when the promotion started. Because I remember it was just 3. It was Zonas, Chi-Chi, and Sunny. But I think Sunny ended up retiring early, and I think she's a referee now. So, but if you ask me, I think it's probably either going to be Chi-Chi or Zonas. Although I would love for it to be Natsu Sumire or Chen Yoda. And like I said, I've met Natsu Sumire, I've met Momoka Hanazono. Both really cool. But overall, I love the championship. I like the look. I like the red, white, and blue. I mean, it matches the colors of the promotion logo and everything like that. And I think it looks cool. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, more pro wrestling tournament action. So definitely looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch it, but I'll try to at least keep up with it to some degree. But and it looks like the show for these tournaments, for this tournament, it looks like it's gonna start at Shinjuku First Ring. Yeah, so it looks like the tournament is gonna start at Shinjuku First Ring. And then, oh, wait a minute. I might be reading this wrong, but, okay, so Shinjuku First Ring on June 19th. And then actually, I might be reading this wrong. So I think perhaps June 19th and July 5th might be the opening rounds. And then according to this graphic here, I see a date of August 6th. So part of me kind of wonders if maybe August 6th might be where they do the semis and the finals. But either way, I'm going to definitely try to keep an eye on things. I'm going to at least try to keep an eye on things. But like I said, it's very exciting for Pro Wrestling Evolution Evo. But yeah, hope they have a great tournament. Looking forward to see who gets crowned their first ever Evolution Strong Women's Champion. Okay. Now let's switch gears. Let's get some previews going. So first off, because this show is this weekend, gonna preview AEW Double or Nothing 2025. So AEW Double or Nothing 2025 takes place. So it will be this Sunday, May 25th. It will take place at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. So out there in the desert. And I believe we got 9 matches so far. One is actually a buy-in pre-show match. Not sure if they're going to add any more, but we're going to go with what we have. And of course, when I do the review, I will try to be sure all matches are covered. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the preview. Okay. Get my graphics up. Alright. There's a buy-in. The buy-in begins at 6:30, and then the main card starts at 8. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, first up, we have ourselves a tag match here. We have the team of Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford taking on the team of Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. To be honest, I know it seemed like it wasn't that long ago that Anna Jay kind of came back on the scene. But honestly, I think you got to continue to keep Megan Bayne strong, whether it's in singles matches or tag matches and whatnot. But I'm going to have to go with Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford to pick up the victory. But, at the same time, I wouldn't be too surprised if Anna Jay and Harley Cameron won. Harley Cameron, has been over pretty well, especially with a lot of the comedy she's been doing. So, there's that. But, I'm going to say Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford pick up the victory for this one. But it should be interesting. Okay. Don't see any other buy-in matches, so let's go ahead into the main card. First up, we have a stretcher match between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. To be honest, I could see this kind of going either way. But I feel like it's been a while since Mark Briscoe has really had a big win. Especially since losing the ROH World Championship back to Chris Jericho. And I like both these guys. I know Ricochet has really become quite the heel. I would like to see Mark Briscoe win this, but honestly, it wouldn't shock me if Ricochet won, just because, continue to build up him as a heel. But I'll be going for Mark Briscoe. I think he's gonna take it, but I won't be surprised if Ricochet wins. All right, let's go to our next match. This should be really interesting. All right, we have a tag match. Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia taking on FTR. Of course, that's Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, and of course, they're going to have Stokely accompany them. I mean, they faced off on Collision. Honestly, I mean, this could probably go either way, but I mean, with Stokely in FTR's corner, I mean, it just... I gotta give Stokely and FTR a little bit of an advantage. I'm gonna say FTR. Besides, they're from North Carolina anyway. They're, you know, I love my North Carolinian wrestlers, so I'm gonna just say FTR. All right, let's go with this next match. All right, next match. All right. We have a trios match. We have Paragon, made up of Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and the AEW, the TNT champion, Adam Cole, taking on the Don Callis family of Kyle Fletcher, Konosuke Takeshita, and Josh Alexander. Ooh, this is quite a beast of a matchup here. I really hope this gets showcased really well. You got 6 really great wrestlers in this one. Oh, man. I mean, I kind of feel like Paragon's gotten the short end of the stick. I mean, I know Adam Cole, a little while back won the TNT championship, but he hasn't really been featured much because apparently, I believe he's been dealing with injury. I think heard word a concussion, but he was on commentary or whatnot. But it would be nice to see Paragon win this one, just because I feel like they haven't really had a lot of success, and the Don Callis family has been very strong. I'm going to just say Paragon gets the win, because I think they need it the most. But I hope this match gets tons of time, because this has potential to be a banger, just on talent alone. Okay. Let's go to our next matchup. Let's go to our next match. Here we go. Alrighty. We have the AEW Women's World Championship on the line. As the champion, Timeless Toni Storm defends against Mina Shirakawa, AEW's newest signee, originally from Stardom. Well, and even before that, TJPW, but yeah. To be honest with y'all, I'm not liking Mina's chances. And as we all know, she's lost a handful of title matches. So, especially singles title matches. Oh, man. I don't know. I really feel like ever since she lost the British Women's Undisputed Championship, she's just really, any sort of singles title shot she's gotten, she's lost. So honestly, one second. So honestly, while it would be incredibly awesome to see Mina Shirakawa pull this one off, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Especially after having the momentum, I don't see it. So I'm going to say Toni Storm retains. And Mina will yet again lose another championship match. Hate to say it, but I just don't see Mina pulling this one off. And the crazy thing is, this is the second time that she's challenged for this title that Toni Storm has held. So, yeah, I don't like her chances. I really don't like her chances. All right. Let's go to this next matchup. This next match should be a lot of fun. All right, we got the AEW Continental Championship on the line as the champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, defending against Speedball Mike Bailey. I think this will be an incredible match. Speedball will put up an excellent fight. And I know it's going to be very tough even for Okada. But in all honesty, I'm going to have to say Okada retains. But I think Speedball will really put up a great fight. Looking forward to this match. This match should be a banger. This should be a banger. Okay. Let's go to our next match. Here we go. Next match. All right, we got the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line as the champions, the Hurt Syndicate, made up of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They'll be defending against the current ROH World Tag Team Champions, the Sons of Texas, Sammy Guevara, Dustin Rhodes. Not really a match that intrigues me. Not really a match that I'm super invested in, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go with the Hurt Syndicate to pick up the win and retain the tag titles. Pretty easy choice. That's all I can really say. All right, let's go to our next match. And I know I kind of have the cheesy graphic for it, but hey, at least we know it counts. Anarchy in the Arena, which they've done quite a bit throughout the history of Double or Nothing. So, Anarchy in the Arena. On one team, we have Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shibata. Team number 2, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. 6-on-6 Anarchy in the Arena. Well, to be honest, this could go either way. This could really go either way. I would like to see Kenny Omega and company win this one, but honestly, I won't be surprised if the Jon Moxley-led squad wins. But it should be a very entertaining and enjoyable match, especially with how stacked the teams are. It should be an incredible match. I just find it really weird and strange to see Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks on the same team. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But here we are. So, It is what it is. All right. Let's go to our next match. Here we are with the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament. It comes down to the CEO, Mercedes Moné, versus Jamie Hayter. I want Jamie Hayter to win, but honestly, I'm just not convinced that they're going to have Mercedes Moné get pinned or submit. I don't think they're going to do it. So, I'll be rooting for Jamie Hayter, but I think Mercedes Moné is going to win and win this tournament. And this will pretty much open the door for her to get a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. And I know she no longer has the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, but also keep in mind that she was not pinned when she lost. She was not pinned. So, but we'll see what happens, but I think Mercedes is going to end up winning it. But I will be rooting for Jamie Hayter. And then lastly, word is they have designated as the main event of Double or Nothing 2025 is the men's Owen Hart Cup Foundation Tournament. Or the Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament. For the men, comes down to the aerial assassin Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page. Quite an interesting matchup, and the build to it has been intriguing. Honestly, could this be Hangman Adam Page's time? Especially with the promo that he recently did. I don't know. I'll be rooting for Will Ospreay, but honestly, I really don't know how this one's gonna go. I really don't. I mean, Hangman defeating Will Ospreay would be very, very huge. Very huge for Hangman. But I'll be rooting for Will Ospreay. I'll be rooting for him. But honestly, it should be an excellent match. Hopefully, a banger, another 5-star. We'll see. But overall, solid card. Solid card for Double or Nothing. Like I said, I don't know if they'll add another match to like the buy-in or whatnot. But this is a pretty solid card. Pretty solid card for the desert over in Arizona. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. Okay. Now let's switch gears to a very special anniversary show. We have the Natsu and Sareee, as in Natsupoi Sareee Ano, celebrating 10 years. 10th anniversary, 10 years of Footprints. That's right, this special pay-per-view will take place on my birthday of May 31st at the Otawara General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan. A venue I have been to before, a very nice venue. I was there for the Marigold First Dream show. And I have to say, now I don't have all the graphics for this, unfortunately, but I do have the full card, and I have to say, this card looks amazing. I mean, just straight up amazing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 matches. 8. No. Yeah, 8 matches. 8 matches for this show. So it's already looking pretty stacked. But let's see. One other thing I wanted to check. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and run down this card. Now, unfortunately, I don't have this first graphic, but quite a special tag team match. So we have the team of Aina Aiba and Maika Ozaki taking on the team of Tei Honma and Yuna Manase. But here's the kicker. There will be a special guest referee. That's right, special referee for this match. And it happens to be none other than the Rat Chaser herself, Nao Kakuta. That's right, the Rat Chaser. Formerly part of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Formerly one half of Free Wi-Fi. That's right, Nao Kakuta is the special referee for this tag match. And apparently she's been getting training from Daichi. That's right, senior referee Daichi from Stardom has been giving her referee training in preparation for this match. So, I think that's pretty cool. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to go Tei Honma and Yuna Manase to pick up the victory in this tag match. But, should be good. Should be really good. And, like I said, it'll be good to see Nao Kakuta in a pro wrestling ring again, even if it is for a referee job. Okay. Now this next one I do have the graphic of. So let's go to this. Let's go to this next match. And by the way, I do love the logo for this anniversary show. Check out that logo. That logo is really cool. A thumbs up and a poi. So that's pretty cool. Alright, for this tag match, we got the team of Miku Kanai and Yumika Hotta, of course, of T-Hearts. And they're going to be taking on the team of Kaoru Ito and Rion. Part of me feels like this could go either way, to be honest with you. This could go either way. But I'm going to go for Team T-Hearts. Miku Kanai, Yumika Hotta. I'm going to pick them to get the win. But this could go either way. But yeah, I'm going to go Team T-Hearts. So, yeah. Okay. Let's go to this next match, which I should have the graphic for. Yes, I do. Next match. Oh, this ought to be really interesting. We got a special singles match. We got Sayaka Kurara of Cosmic Angels taking on Mayumi Ozaki of Oz Academy. Whoo, man. This is going to be quite a test for Sayaka Kurara. But I don't know, y'all. I can't really see her winning this. I can't really see her winning this. I got to go with the founder of Oz Academy and Mayumi Ozaki. I can't bet against her in this. I mean, I know Sayaka Kurara's been busy with storylines. I know she won this year's Cinderella tournament, but I cannot see her beating the woman behind Oz Academy and Mayumi Ozaki. I can't see it. I can't see it. So I got to go with Mayumi to pick up the victory. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, I don't have a graphic for this next one, but we got the Pineapple Girl of Cosmic Angels, Yuna Mizumori, taking on Saki of Colors. You know, this could actually go either way. But I think Saki's going to end up winning it. But it would be really cool if Yuna Mizumori won. But I got a feeling Saki's going to end up winning. But should be a really good match between those two ladies. I've met Saki before. Saki's really cool. Of course, I met her through the Spark Joshi promotion. You know, I've also met Yuna Manase as well. But yeah, Saki to defeat Yuna Mizumori. Okay, this next match. Oh man. Well, yeah, I'll just here it is. Oh man, this is it's gonna be quite a test for the High Kick Angel. A special singles match. The High Kick Angel, Aya Sakura of Cosmic Angels, who is, you know, the Sendai Girls Junior World Champ, taking on the Sun God herself, Sareee. Whoo, man. All I can say is, Sareee, don't hurt her too badly. But hopefully Aya Sakura puts up a good fight. You know, I do like Aya Sakura. But I do hope she put up a really good fight. She's going to need to. But Sareee for the win. I mean, it's a pretty easy choice. But it's quite a test for the High Kick Angel, that's for sure. But should be a great match. All right. Let's go to our next match, which should be fun, entertaining, and full of chaos. Here we go. We have a very special 10Q Rumble, which I'm not so sure if this is going to be Battle Royal or rules or what, but it's a Rumble. Your competitors for said Rumble, starting from the top left, you got Yuko Sakurai, you got Kakeru Sekaguchi, you got Ryo Mizunami, you have Akino, and you have Sonoko Kato. Alright, right side, top, starting from the top right, got Suzu Suzuki, Rina Amakura, Shin Sakura Hirota, Ranmaru, and Lady Destroyer Hiroyo Matsumoto. So, yeah. Unless they plan on adding more, you got a 10-woman 10Q Rumble. Now, as far as who I think is going to win that Rumble, yeah. I have not a freaking clue. Would be kind of insane to see Suzu Suzuki win the Rumble. But honestly, I have no idea. I have not a clue. Out of these ladies, I've met Yuko Sakurai, I've met Hiroyo Matsumoto, and I've met Suzu Suzuki. But who do I think's gonna win? I have not a flipping idea. So I'm gonna stay neutral. Okay. Let's go to this next match, got a little Stardom showcase match here. Check it out. All right. We got a tag match, Neo Genesis and Stars. So representing Neo Genesis, we have the team of Starbomb, which is Starlight Kid and Azumi, taking on Wingori of Stars, which is Hanan and Sareee-Ida. Shoot. Personally, I think this is probably going to end in a time limit draw. I think this is going to end in a time limit draw. Yeah, time limit draw. Totally a time limit draw. But, should be a great match between these two awesome teams. I've met all four of these ladies, especially in Vegas. But, yeah, I'm going to say time limit draw. Just leave it at that. And then, last but not least, what I believe is probably going to be the main event of this 10th anniversary show. This special tag match between the hosts, the producers, Cosmic Angels, Natsu Saori 10th, taking on from Team Sendai Girls, Chihiro Hashimoto and Mika Iwata. Well, dang, this has potential to be a time limit draw as well. I'm gonna give this one to the hosts, Natsu Saori 10th, picking up the victory. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the hosts. But incredible card for this Natsu Saori 10th anniversary show. Yeah, very awesome. I definitely got to make sure. I'll probably order this early next week. But yeah, pay-per-view. Looking forward to checking this out. But also, I just remembered before I close transmission. So apparently, WrestleMania 42 is not going to be happening in New Orleans next year. As a matter of fact, instead, New Orleans is going to host Money in the Bank. Just kind of came out of nowhere earlier today. You know, my dad and I, we were planning, we were thinking of going to WrestleMania 42 because, I mean, you know, New Orleans is much closer to me than Las Vegas. And speaking of Las Vegas, rumor is that WrestleMania 42 may be right back in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, which I really hope that's not the case, because even though I had fun in Vegas with all the pro wrestling shows and, you know, meeting up with friends, that was really what made it awesome. If it wasn't for those shows and whatnot, I wouldn't have really gone. But rumor is that they'll be back in Vegas. I've even heard rumors that it could be in London, England, or it could even be in Saudi Arabia. Don't know yet, but hopefully they will give an official confirmation, announcement, or whatnot as to where WrestleMania 42 will be next year. But all we can do is wait. But that'll do it for this video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Are you excited for Sareee-Ism Chapter VIII? Are you excited to see a first ever Evolution Strong Women's Champion? Who do you think's going to win? the tournament? What do you think about the Double or Nothing card? What are your predictions? What do you think about the Natsu Saori 10th anniversary of Footprints? 10 years of Footprints. What do you think about the card? What are your predictions? Where do you think WrestleMania 42 is going to be? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed Memorial Day weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace. Love y'all. Laters.